Closed captioning for the Casey Malone Show is sponsored by Hunter Stevens Land Title Agency. Integrity, service, and commitment you can trust.
Oh, yeah. Casey Malone is serving up local. It's time for the stories of our region, the tastes, the sights, the sounds, and the people in and around the valley. Get ready for some local flavor on the Casey Malone Show.
Today we preview YSU football's upcoming meet and greet. It is a great way to get to know the team. And I prepare a few dishes with fresh Georgia peaches. But first, the amazing students from Sharon's robotic teams. David Tomko, better known as Mr. Tomko, is a product of the Sharon school system, and he has been teaching there for the last 19 years. He also heads up the award-winning Sharon robotic teams. The students begin in elementary school and then continue through high school. And for the last 15 years, the students have been traveling the country and winning competitions and awards. I happened to visit during robotics camp. They're week-long sessions for each age group with students from different school districts in Pennsylvania and Ohio. Their enthusiasm and excitement over robots is contagious. Well, Mr. Tomko is a graduate of the Sharon school system, and then after college you returned to teach here. How long have you been here?
So I'm going to be going on my 19th year.
How long have you been in charge of the robotics programs here?
So we just wrapped up our 13th year in the Sharon School District, and it started 13 years ago. And it was a colleague of mine who introduced me to it. Her son was in it, and she said, "You need to come check this out." And I did, and from that moment, then the program started here at Sharon, and as a result, we have several teams now where the kids are able to learn a little bit about STEM and robotics.
I mean, and you're an English teacher.
I am. I'm reading and writing for 6th grade, yes.
So in the program that we're involved in, it's called First Lego League, or FLL for short, and that has 3 aspects to it, which is the robot game, which you see here, and then we also have a project portion and our core values portion, which is all about the outreach in our community. So for project, that's when we focus on the problems like solar panels and harnessing energy that way, and that would go into solving a problem for that season, depending on what you choose to focus on regarding the theme.
This is the robot portion. And then what we have on the table over here, this is the project side, and they actually have some working prototypes of what they came up with this year to solve a problem, and then they had to come up with a solution with experts in the field.
We identified the problem of too much strain on the energy grid. So we developed the Super Power Pack, which is an inverter that will charge during off-peak hours when the least amount of people are using energy, to power your lights during on-peak hours when the most amount of people are using energy, to save companies money and to help reduce some of the strain off the energy grid.
So where is this charging? What is this charging from?
So this would go on your wall, and it would charge during off-peak hours at night.
Right.
So this
like your cell phone.
Yes.
Okay.
This would be built in, so you wouldn't even see this inverter. And then during the day, when it would cost the most to use energy, your lights would be powered off of the stored energy inside of the battery.
So what they've come up with, the idea is, if it charges at night, then that's when the least amount of energy is being used on the grid.
Right.
And it's when it's the cheapest to use the energy.
Pull that
So when you store that energy from the cheap period of time, you store that until the peak hour that comes the next day, and then you shift gears over to your battery powered Super Power Pack is what it's called. It's called Super Power Pack, and when you start using the Super Power Pack, that's when you start saving money, and it starts saving energy on the grid then too. We can put it on, and you can see right now, this is an example of it running off of the Super Power Pack. And right now, Naima, you might want to explain why the light bulbs aren't all on right now.
Okay.
Yes,
So we have multiple sensors going on right now. Right now we have a daylight dimmer. So basically what's going on is that since there's lights going on, it sees it, it detects it, and it's going to lower it by percentage. So I want to say this is going down
10.
by 10%,
30%.
30%, and then 70%. So this is all correlating. So if this were a window, it would save you energy and save you money.
Yes.
So it has a sensor that detects brightness.
Yes.
All of them do.
Yes. And you can go back and program and interchange whatever you
Yeah.
want, how you would like it. For starters, we have a 125 watt inverter, 2 12-volt batteries. That's where all your energy during the off-peak hours is being stored. We have a switch currently, which will switch on utility and battery, but that could be soon later on turned into a timer. But due to the fact of it being a prototype, it's just a switch. Then we go down to the sensors. We have daylight dimmers, occupancy sensors, and timers. And then we have 4 light bulbs. We also came to the conclusion that with our 4 light bulbs, you would save $25 per one person. And then we did the math and we came to a bigger realization that if 100 million people use
1 million.
1 million, I'm sorry.
Of the businesses in Pennsylvania were to use this, because there's a million businesses and small businesses in Pennsylvania.
Yes.
So if this is targeted towards small businesses, it would be $25 million that could be saved over the course of
A year.
a year.
1 year.
1
Yes.
year by using
That's a
the
lot of
super
money.
power.
That is a lot of money.
So this field that you're seeing
Platform.
right now, this is like the standard field that every team in the
okay.
world uses in part of this league. And the energy part, basically, they can explain the task, but there's a circuit they have to create, and that circuit relates back to the energy.
So this is our playing field, and the round that we compete during is 2.5 minutes. The goal is to stack the cones on a different size pools. The shorter pools give you lower points, the higher pools give you more points. And throughout the match, if you stack the cones on top of different pools, you can create a circuit from one corner to the other corner, which scores your team a lot of points. During the first 30 seconds of the match, it's an autonomous period, which means the robot drives by itself with nobody able to control it. And then the last 2 minutes, you control it with controllers by 2 of the drivers.
So you now are using a remote.
Yeah.
The other ones were not able to use a remote. That's something that the high schoolers get to use, the more senior people, is that correct?
Yeah.
Here we go, I'm gonna go really fast, get ready. Oh, wrong way. Oh, that's bad.
So what you can do, it gets caught underneath the guide.
Okay.
For that. And then you can just drive right down
Okay,
the pole.
and then where do you want me to go?
You can just pick any one of the poles, and you can just drive forward into it. So you can turn to the right a little bit
Oh.
more,
Oh, wrong way. Okay.
and then drive right forward.
I suck. Okay. I'm trying not to break it.
You won't break it, it's fine. If you just go to the right, that guide, like how you picked up the cone, if you just go right forward, like if you drive forward, the guy will actually
This, I cannot believe the enthusiasm from, the young children I saw today and all the way up to, your senior level.
And it does, being hands-on, it really does attract to the kids, because like in the summer camp that we saw today, the kids are excited because they like that hands-on technology. It gets them, they see in real time something they just programmed, they just
Right.
tested it out,
Right.
and they can see it work or it doesn't work. And the key is just keeping them to learn that when there's a problem, keep at it, solve it, and at the end, the result, they're gonna be happy with it.
See your 2023 YSU Football Penguins, sponsored by 21 WFMJ, on August 5th from 1 to 2:30 inside Stanball Stadium. Join us for fun. Come see us on August 5th. Go Gwins!
Kamara Jewelers is the place to buy an engagement ring because we want a relationship with you that lasts a lifetime. Your commitment with her is the same commitment we have to you.
We want to sit down with you and teach you about diamonds so you're educated on what you're buying. We have the largest selection we ever have, which is the largest in the area, and at the best value. And if it's not something in our case, we could always custom make it. We can make any dream come true.
Get real, get Kamara.
Join the Island Purple Cat family. Employment opportunities are available. Given is living. Join the Island Purple Cat family. Employment opportunities are available at $13 an hour. Given is living.
Rulli Brothers has a great choice of quality cheeses. We use our relationship with Old Road Houses to specially select the product and then have it custom cut and packaged by our own local artisans. At Rulli Brothers Market, our family is in the store.
Locally sourced is good, whether it's ingredients or a bank, and that's why my bank is Farmers National Bank. Since 1887, Farmers has remained rock solid through every economic condition. Having a bank with a history of safety, soundness, and conservative management is a must. It all boils down to this. You need a bank that will help you reach your goals. I do too. And Farmers is mine. Farmers National Bank. Rock solid. Well, it is one of my favorite times of year when the peach truck comes to visit, and Ken's going to join me in the kitchen today.
I'm here.
We have an abundance
Making an appearance
of peaches.
Yes, we do.
We just picked ours up at the shops at Boardman Park, but they do have other deliveries coming throughout July, so just go to their website and we'll post that information. So I'm going back to their cookbook, peach truck cookbook. And I've got 2 excellent salads that we're going to make.
Salad is good at this time of year.
It is. It's easy. And this one, the first one we're going to make, is the prosciutto with burrata and pan-roasted peach salad. So good, over arugula, the sweet and the spice. And then we'll also make a peach caprese.
I'm glad to be here.
For this recipe, you'll need 1/4 cup white balsamic vinegar, 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard, 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt and freshly ground black pepper, 1 tablespoon of chopped fresh chives, 1/3 cup plus 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, 4 ounces of thinly sliced prosciutto, 2 medium peaches pitted and quartered, 5 ounces of arugula, and 1/2 pound of burrata cheese. So over medium-high heat.
Okay. Pan's hot. Pan's hot.
Pan's hot. Okay, now throw it in.
Not that hot.
There it is.
There it
I
is.
hear the sizzle.
I hear it.
So you are just going to do these like maybe 2 minutes per side.
Crisping them up because it's
Yes.
thinly sliced.
Because
So
we're going to just crackle them over the salad. You know, it'll be a nice little addition.
I could take this off now, right?
Right, just throw it on the plate. We'll let it cool. And we'll use that when we are getting the salad ready to go.
Okay, so turn this down.
Turn that down a little bit, medium.
That's
Add
good.
some oil to the pan.
Okay.
We're not even gonna wipe it out.
And then peaches.
And then the peaches. We're gonna do those about 2 minutes per side. Okay?
Okay.
Beautiful. So now,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the hard part. I'm making the dressing, okay?
That was the easy part.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was the easy part.
All right.
So we're going to add the Dijon mustard.
All right.
We're going to add the
White
balsamic, the chopped chives, which
Straight from the garden.
and then we're gonna add the salt and the pepper. Okay, so we'll mix this together. We will whisk this and then add the olive oil.
Nice.
And they like the word emulsify in the book, so there you go.
It's a big word.
So now we're just going to do this. We're just going to use a little bit of it, about 1/4 of it. And we'll get all the arugula leaves, covered. Would you like to crumble
Sure.
the prosciutto?
Okay.
Go ahead.
With
take
my
these.
hands?
Yes, you just washed your hands, so you're good.
Kind of caveman it?
Yep, all over it. Oh, beautiful. Evenly distributed.
I'm going to leave a few big chunks in there for me.
We will put these peaches. Oh, look at that. So we're gonna make sure there is a peach in every serving. The burrata then, burrata is like a fresh mozzarella, but it also has like a cream in there. So they're saying you just take it and you just tear it apart in little 1-inch pieces.
Cool.
You just put it throughout.
That's great. That looks great. Wow, look at that.
It's so fresh, isn't it? And the peaches, everything cuts up so nicely because it's all softened up. Let's see.
Okay, I'm going for it. Just dive right in.
Right.
Wow.
Lot going on.
That's
It's
fantastic.
absolutely delicious. Refreshing. Vino Verde.
I think you're really doing
great for summer. Seaside Cellars makes a beautiful rosé.
I just had a big piece of prosciutto. I think you're doing a really good job. Cheers.
Well, thank you, Ken.
All right. Yep.
Hey, now this
Yeah.
one is super easy. I love a caprese in the summer. It's like a lazy salad, right?
Right.
Tomatoes and, fresh mozz. But now
I'm sure the mozzarella doesn't feel that way.
we are going to add the peaches in.
Cool.
And boy, does that make a difference. It's basically the same thing. So let's go over the ingredients really quick and we'll assemble this and we're gonna have a caprese in like 3 minutes. For this recipe, you'll need 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar, 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice, 1 tablespoon of stone ground mustard, 1 tablespoon of honey, 1 tablespoon of chopped shallot, 3/4 teaspoon of kosher salt, and 1/2 teaspoon of fresh ground pepper. 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil, 1/2 pound of fresh mozzarella cheese sliced, 2 large peaches sliced into rounds, and 2 medium tomatoes sliced, small handful of fresh basil leaves, and flaky sea salt. Okay, we're gonna start with a peach.
Okay.
And then
And you want these all the same. You always want the same
tomato,
thing.
And then this.
Okay, and you want me to keep going.
And then go
Just
peach.
keep stacking it.
Yeah, peach.
I think I can figure that out.
And then when you're all done,
yeah.
you're going to just rip up some fresh basil.
And put it on top.
Put it all over it, yes.
All right, so what do you want me to do
now
here?
just start tearing up little pieces and sprinkling it all over. Okay. Yeah, look how
Smells
pretty. So while Ken is finishing the assembly, I'll get the dressing going.
That was pretty easy. You weren't lying.
I told you. So we're gonna start with the honey, then the olive oil, lemon juice, pepper, everything's going in, basically, okay? And then I'm gonna add the shallots.
Oh.
They had a nice bite to it. We're just going to, oh, nice. Mix it up really well. And now we just go, and you just want to top it off with a little flaky sea salt. So what we're gonna do is try to get a bite of every one, right? Everything in one bite. without
Okay.
Making a
there
big
it is. I
mess.
got it.
Okay, I'm doing that right now. I love the shallot too. So how is it?
The shallot makes a difference. But the dressing is fantastic.
Again, and you really don't, that honey
Yeah,
pulls it together.
it sure does, honey.
I'm telling you. Peach season is here. Peach Truck is still coming back to our region. Just go to thepeachtruck.com and you'll get the schedule and see what their offerings are and all the locations. And then go to my website, CaseyMaloneShow.com, and get these 2 peach salad recipes. Thank you. Gotta cheers me. Cheers. Thank you.
Rulli Brothers is way ahead of the competition. Check out Rulli Spice World, where you can buy bulk herbs and spices, plus candies, nuts, and fillings for pennies on the dollar. At Rulli Brothers Market, our family is in the store.
I'm Elizabeth Bernard. For more than 30 years, I've provided our Valley with sound legal advice. My associate Jennifer Rigetti and I will be your legal representatives if you're involved in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident. Don't try to handle it yourself. We'll navigate the red tape of dealing with doctors, medical insurance, and all the obstacles that you'll face. Remember, there are no upfront fees on personal injury cases, and hiring a lawyer does not mean you have to go to court.
Call attorney Elizabeth Bernard, local legal experience for more than 30 years.
It's happening now. Construction is underway at Gabacam, a year-round destination for adults with disabilities and their families to get away, close to home, accessible to all, with no barriers. Donate now to Gabacam. Giving is living.
Here I am, all by myself, in the middle of YSU Stadium. getting ready for Meet and Greet Day. That is coming up August 5th. They've got all kind of things planned, and you have got to join us. Well, I'm sure you remember my friend, Dan Stanton. He's also almost like a producer of the show. He calls me with all these ideas. You know, you've got the memorial over there by Stanton Electric. He brought me some Winter Olympics.
Sled ride.
Sled riding with the, all kind of crazy things. So then he calls me and says, what do you think about this push-up challenge with the YSU football team? And how did this come to be, Mr. Sam?
Well, it was just a matter of connecting the dots, okay? I'm a member of a coalition of electrical contractors, and we meet monthly to promote our industry, and we do a lot with YSU. I have a neighbor, Jack Geis, who's a retired Air Force member. His priority is fitness.
Right.
And I'm thinking, maybe we could arrange a push-up contest with
And you
Jack.
know, it all fell into place.
It fell into place.
And these players are all excited. Jack's excited. This is going to be a really nice introduction during the meet and greet when everybody gets to meet the team.
So
now, are you going to join in?
Oh, well.
How many push-ups do you do each night?
Well, maybe 60 years ago I could do a few. Not today.
Well, I am really looking forward to August 5th. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'm here with some of the YSU football team members, and we are preparing for the meet and greet that is coming up on August 5th. I hate to talk about football season because that brings summer to an end, but this is a great opportunity. Talk to the coaches, talk to the players, and we have got the brothers Julius, this is Dominic, and we've got Elijah Curtis. They are going to be taking on Jack, and he is going to compete with push-ups. Now, there's going to be like a 4-inch block that you have to touch and then go back up. Do you use the block?
I don't, but I do full push-ups, so I should be okay.
Yeah?
I should be
How
okay.
many do you do like a day?
Typically before I go to sleep, I do around 150.
Oh, sure. 150? How about you, Dominic?
Usually probably a day. I probably do at least 100 before I go to sleep. Nothing crazy.
Why before bed? Why do you guys do it before bed, not first thing in the morning?
Me personally, I do morning and bed. I just think it's good to start your day off with some push-ups.
Of course you do.
How
many in the morning and how many at night?
I do about 100 once I wake up. Then I probably do about 150 to 200 also once I go to sleep.
Are you kidding me? So what do we have to look forward to? What do you guys think this year? How are you feeling? What mentally? What is the locker room like?
We're excited.
What's the attitude?
We have a lot to prove. We've had some triumphs in the past, and I believe that we're putting it all together right now, and we're just excited to be on the field and ready to give Youngstown what they deserve.
What is your position, by the way?
I play corner.
You play corner? I didn't even ask you guys. What is your positions?
I play safety.
Safety.
I play safety also.
Oh, do you?
Well,
do you?
like
Mr. Twice-a-day push-up guy. Okay, so, you know, he's real busy. All right, now let's bring Jack in. Come here, Jack. Now, this is the guy. Now, he has chosen Dominique as his partner. These are the teams. Now, do you do your push-ups in the morning and at night?
No, only in the morning.
Oh, well, your teammate's going to cover
I do it for
you.
3 hours and 20 minutes, though.
No, you don't.
Yes.
3 hours and 20 minutes every day you do push-ups?
4 days. Well, every other day.
Every
You
other
can't do it
day?
every- yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Are you going to, Jack is going to show us the proper form. Jack is going to use this block, 4 inches, and this is where your chest goes?
Yes.
You touch it with your chest and then you go back up.
Right.
But our judges that will be here on the 5th are going to use their fist, and then that way they'll be able to tell if they touch or not.
Correct.
Because this is an inanimate object. There we go. All right, so let's do it, Jack. Now show us proper form. You guys better pay close attention here.
All right. You get up here, and you come down and up.
Okay.
Okay? And you're touching every time. If you don't touch, it doesn't count.
When
Well-
did you begin this journey for such fitness? Is this from your days in the Air Force?
No, it's when I was younger. I took this pill, and I've been taking this pill ever
I want
since,
that
and it
pill.
seems.
Let's write this
and
down.
It seems to work.
What is it?
It's get your ass out of bed and get a gym pill.
Well, Coach Phillips is in charge of all this madness.
Yes.
Your players are the best.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys really stepped up.
Oh, yes.
I think it's going to be great with them and Jack.
No, we love them, and they know it's for community. It's Meet the Team Day, so what fun competition. You know, someone approached
Right.
me, you know, and why not give back and make it a little competitive? And
That's right. I should mention that the money from the T-shirts and all that sold during the meet and greet are going to go to the Rich Center for Autism.
Yes, yes.
How you feeling about this year?
I'm feeling great. You know, these kids, they're mature, they've played a lot of football, they're bigger, they're stronger, they're faster. You know, for us, it's our first day of full pads that morning.
Exactly.
So then at 1 o'clock when we have Meet the Team, but just, you know, to get out and see who's going to represent Youngstown for the year. And, you know, we have activities, we have games, and, you know, our whole
for the
team
kids,
will be here.
food trucks. I
Yeah.
mean, it's really going to be a lot of fun. And I mean, everything really, really looks good. We are ready for some action. And I can't wait. I hate to see the end of summer, but I am always excited. So the first game is
Against Valpo.
Right,
That's
yeah.
that Thursday, the weekend before Labor Day, you know,
Right.
which is always a great starting point.
It is, and weather's always good, and I am so excited. We're going to be back because that is going to be so crazy. This challenge with the
August
push-ups.
5th. And that's just one piece of it that day, but this is a
Right.
big piece. And, you know, it is a challenge. Our kids, that competitive edge and
Right.
everything we
Oh,
do,
those guys have
we're
got it,
going to
man.
compete, and I know Jack's going to bring it.
Oh, I know. And I know the twins, now that
Yeah.
they're competing against
Yeah.
each other, it's going to be all good.
But 4,000 push-ups every other day, that's
mean,
a
come
lot
on.
of push-ups.
How many you do a day?
I'm not even close to that.
For
so.
3 hours?
Yeah.
For 3 consecutive hours?
Yeah, so that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I only do 2 hours a day.
Oh, okay.
Okay. The Casey Malone Show is sponsored in part by Denise and John York and the DeBartolo Corporation.